We're in conversation with Parth Jindal from the JSW Group. Thank you very much, Parth, for talking to Money Control. I want to begin by asking you, you said this has been like speed dating for you, meeting so many people. What's the overall perception about India, about Prime Minister Modi, amidst all that's happening in the US with Trump?
No, I think this is my first time at the World Economic Forum, and I just found it to be incredibly overwhelming. The amount of business leaders, heads of state, heads of so many of our state governments being at the same place at the same time in such a tiny village in Switzerland is truly a unique experience. I think this time the theme at the World Economic Forum is definitely on protectionism. And we can see that many countries around the world are going to protectionism. And obviously with President Trump now being sworn in the US, a lot of tariff talk has already begun, and his first day was extremely eventful. But one thing that stands out for me is that the perception of India, I think, has truly come a long way, and everyone is looking at India in a very positive way. I've not seen that many people from China here. I've not seen that many people from other parts of Asia here. Other than the Middle East and India, we have a very strong delegation here. So many state governments are here. So many chief ministers are here. So there's a lot of optimism on India. And I think India, as the fastest growing economy, has truly arrived.
Right. Talking about the JSW Group, from steel, you've sort of diversified into so many areas, from auto to paints to other areas. What are you going to sort of invest behind in 2025? Obviously, people are looking forward to, I think, the IPO of JSW Cement.
Yeah.
But apart from that, take us through your plans for 2025 in terms of investment plans, IPO plans.
Yeah, I think for us, the largest business for the group has always been steel.
Yeah.
And as India's largest steel producer, we are very optimistic and bullish on the local steel demand in India. So we want to continue to maintain our number one market share, and we are expanding aggressively in that. The other business which is really expanding aggressively is JSW Energy. Just recently we acquired KSK Mahanadi and O2 Power, and we have a stated goal of becoming a 20 gigawatt player across thermal, renewable and hydro. And we are investing big time into that, as well as into pump storage. So these two businesses, over the next 5 years, we're looking at an outlay of close to $50 billion. And there's a lot of work that's going on. Very exciting for us. JSW Cement will become the fourth listed entity of the group this year sometime. We've just got the SEBI clearance. So we're hoping within the first half of this financial year, the first half of this calendar year, we'll actually become a listed entity. And this is following JSW Infrastructure's very successful IPO that happened, about 18 months ago. So there's expansion plans for our infra business, expansion plans for our cement business, expansion plans for our paint business. In fact, we just submitted a non-binding offer for AkzoNobel's India business as well on the 22nd. So a lot of action, and obviously automobile is the newest venture for the group. Yeah. With MG. And we just unveiled a few new cars at the Bharat Expo, and I think that's also very exciting.
Right. In fact, what can we expect from the auto space? Will we see a new EV from the JSW umbrella this year? And are you exploring other tie-ups apart from MG Motor?
Yeah, I think on MG, there's a lot of excitement, and we had committed that we will be launching a new model every 3 to 6 months, and that we want to be the number one player in new energy vehicles. We saw a very good response to the Windsor. The Windsor, which launched in October, was our first EV from the joint venture, and it's already become India's number one selling EV. Apart from our plans for MG, we also have our own ambitions at JSW Mobility, and we have just announced a large project and a large investment in Aurangabad to make EV buses, EV trucks, as well as EV cars. We are tying up with global auto companies. This will not be an equity partnership, it will just be a technology and licensing partnership.
Right. So that's going to be the big focus in terms of passenger vehicles in the EV segment.
Yeah, so we're looking at new energy vehicles, both EVs as well as plug-in hybrids. And we're going to be launching new cars both from the JSW MG stable as well as from the JSW Mobility stable. I would say that the first JSW car will be on the roads in 2027.
The first JSW car will be on the road in 2027, the first half, second half.
Yeah, I think second half is more realistic, although the targets internally is first half.
Right. Talking about the paints business part, we've seen a lot of action there, with the launch of Birla Opus, and we've seen competition in that segment really heat up to the detriment of, Asian Paints and Berger. How is JSW Paints positioning itself in this category? Because Birla Opus seems to have made a splash in the last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. We're in our 5th year of operations now. This year, we will be doing a top line of close to 2,500 crores. That makes us the 5th largest paint company in India. I think paint is not a game of capex, nor is it a game of hubris. I think you have to win the micro markets. You have to win in each and every single town of India. You have to win over the contractors, the painters, the interior designers, the architects, and eventually the end customer. So now JSW Paints, we are a pan-India player, and we have been doubling our growth every year. And we are very excited and very, bullish about the industry. I think competition entering is a welcome thing, because it was this industry has been dominated by one player for a very long period of time, and there should be no industry in India which gets dominated by any player. And I think the likes of JSW and Birla coming in is very healthy sign, and I think at the end of the day the consumer will be the winner.
Right. On that note, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.